Well, what do we have here, people? Who broke market this time? Sorry, I just got off the phone with Jerome Powell. It was like, yeah, we're gonna dump it at the open. It's nothing personal. How's everybody doing? We have a lot of Fed speakers today, okay? A lot. A ton. Who's ready? I'm not really... I hate Fed speakers when they speak. I guess that's what their job is, to speak. Is that in the job description? How do I become a Fed speaker? Can they trade? Anyway. You know, kind of funny how yesterday we did end up being bullish, right? Bullish bias was in the end right. Just took like an hour of downside first, and during lunchtime it reversed, pretty much. So, and look how much time it took to go up, and we're already halfway back down. Oh la la, what are you going to do? What are we gonna do, chat? I'm sure everybody's voting bearish right now in the vote. Oh no, mostly bullish. I'm gonna close it in like 2 minutes. Day after holiday, you know. Where's George? I think it was George yesterday that said, oh, maybe tomorrow we'll have a bullish day. It ended up just happening in the afternoon. All right, chat has voted. What do y'all vote? 66 bull, bear 23, neutral 11. Percent. Interesting. Very interesting, as they say. PFE, what's up, George? He's in the chat. Oh, PFE was a big trade for you. Congrats. Yeah, the thing that moves the market is 1 p.m. 1:01 p.m. There is a bond auction. It's always marked out as yellow folder news, but it is not. It is pretty volatile. So be careful. I always have my filters to include the yellow folder news, okay? By the way, yesterday I was saying it was cold. I realized after stream I didn't even turn on my heat. So it was like 67 degrees in here. No wonder I was cold. I was like, oh, wasn't used to ever having the heat on. No wonder. It's about that time of year. Isn't it wild? What the heck? ES barely did anything. Whoa. The sisters are fighting. The girls are fighting. They're disagreeing, you know, majorly. They're having a major disagreement. Let's see. YM is up 0.77. Nasdaq's down. It's even, break even on the day. See them stonks. Make sure we're good. We're all Gucci. Mixed, very mixed. Yes, much stronger in this finance sector. Alrighty then. What time did we hit that buy side? It was like during London session. Okay. Yeah, we hit that buy side that I marked out from the buy side, the Thursday high. Basically the next, I talked about this on Monday, so that's how long it took us to get there. And we start off Monday like here, right? We had to retrace, and then we went to go back. The long trade wasn't easy, is what I mean to say, you know? Short trade, very short-lived, but not that funny. Let's see. So many Fed speakers, I want to cry. Isn't that annoying? Why can't they be less talk less? Alright, what time is the next? I'm pretty sure there's one talking right now. Like, yeah, Williams. Is he done talking? Let's see. All the effort you put in, it's actually romantic. I really gotta hand it to you. What? Is TBM playing a video game right now? Huh? What? Just looking at my Twitter feed, and that's what I see. A different live stream is playing like a straight up a video game at the open. Confused about that one. Trying to see if there's any news. What site do I check for news? Forex Factory, but you know what? Financial Juice also, and that one's probably about more detailed. Also on Twitter, I like to follow Fast Stock News, and Walter Bloomberg and Financial Juice. You search them up and you see that I'm following them. That's the right account, you know. See anything new? See Walter, my man, Walter. Do you guys think that this is like actually his face? Do you think this is actually his face? Feels like it's just like a normal selfie. He's really washed out there. AMD shares up 7%. Is that true? What the hell? What the heck? Wow. It's the AI boom or the AI bubble, depending on who you ask, right? People can't tell AI generated music from real thing anymore. Uh-oh. There is like one that made it on the top 100 apparently. Scary. You guys, I definitely suggest that if you see like AI generated content also, like don't watch it. Every time I see some AI voiceover, I just skip to the next thing. Because I don't know, I don't want there to be the dead internet theory to come to life. I think using AI to just create content is like impersonable and kind of lazy. Yeah, put a TP, like, let's see. This is like an untapped 15-minute there, but let's see, I gotta delete some things here. 4 hour. It says 50% of this wick. Don't really need this anymore. This is like first sell side. I'm not tripping over the first 15 minutes of the day is pretty freaking crazy looking. Or the NASDAQ, it looks so not a bit in sight. Whoa, dumperoni. Well, it sounds like it was hit faster than I thought. Oh, the sky's falling. Ed Williams said he's closely watching markets for liquidity signals. What does that mean, bro? You think he's trading ICT concepts? It's a joke. Oh no! Alright, it's the first hour down. Massive move there. 213 points. In like 15 minutes, right? Yeah, 197 points, basically. Wow. U.S. commercial construction outlook largely positive, according to a QBE North America report, but faces headwinds such as labor shortages, increased material costs, and reduced subsidies. That's what came out 1 minute ago. So, it seems like that is what drove that lower for a minute. Literally happened a minute ago, so I can't not think that. Massive, massive bearish FEG here. Oh la la. Damn, son. I think that I looked at midpoint of this, basically. And also that's an unmitigated 15-minute FEG, right at around 15-minute 50% mark. I think that that's an interesting SSL. A very minor SSL, but hey. Probably get there in like 2 minutes and not give me another issue. Not giving me a trade because it's just fucking dumping, bro. Who broke the market? Holy crap. Well, it's whatever that the labor shortages for the thing I just read out loud. It's definitely what was this dumb. And then that caused ES also to catch up, right? Pre-market low. So there is some news that came out, induced some volatility, introduced some more volatility, as if we didn't have enough right now. But that was kind of cool. All right, just tapped a tiny bit into this. I'm like, damn. Not even giving you a second to get in. Too large. Stop. Kind of crazy. I'll retweet the thing I'm talking about. The sky's falling. What are we gonna do, chat? Someone said, am I jealous of what? What am I jealous of? Oh no. Oh no. Hi, Geraldine. Oh yeah, look up for an email from my assistant, Remy. She should be doing that this morning. I don't know. Let me know. Look out for an email from Remy. All right. You're jealous of Jelly, Chris Tucker? Nice. AI assistant? No. The fuck? Oh, you're trolling because I just talked about AI. Well, AI can be used for like some things that are tedious, like rewriting. I can write the gist of like a message or an email, and then I can rewrite it. All right. What are we gonna do, chat? What are we gonna do today? Are we gonna jump further? Is this gonna hold? Let's see. Let's focus, Tanya. Free focus. It's like a fast and furious morning. He just dropped so much. Went below that sell side. The 4 hours is freaking crazy. Makes me just want to wait for this hourly candle to end. What's the hour, the ATR been? Yeah, we have another Fed speaker at 10. Hourly ATR, 100 points. This is like double. All right. Well, let's see the daily ATR. $140 points for 4 hour. What's the daily? 443 points. Definitely is quite large nowadays. It's pretty good. Volatility's back. Now let's see ES. ES is still green on the day, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's plus 0.13%. If you look at the daily, it's green. But Nazi. Nope. Can't be said. Same can't be said. All right, let's see. $80 points for ES. So far, I only moved 31, and Nasdaq only 264 points. Like, we could go down more. It's totally possible. All right, I'm gonna wait until probably. Well, it's either an hour or have to take this. 5 minute here. Just tapped into this mitigation. Seems like it's gonna leave that. Well, this is TP. I want to name it minor sell side. It could come back into here now. Didn't really displace there. For ES. Did on the 30-second. We're moving so fast it could just be 30-second trades right now. Try not to be like FOMOing in. There. Bullish, fair value gap here. What a freaking puke right at the open. Wasn't that crazy? We dropped how many points on the first candle? 46 points, and just straight in the first 2 minutes we dropped 100 points right at the open. Well, yeah, 87 points, but still. Nvidia is down 0.6%, not much. I don't know what's really... Google's down 1.5. Tesla's down 1.4. Yeah, previous day low. How far are we from that? We can definitely get into there if we get past this cleanly. It's just still green, which is remarkable. Kind of consolidating after that big drop there at that news, right? All right, so we got another Fed speaker at 10. I'm not chasing this. And like I said, this hourly candle's dropped so much. I'd rather just kind of wait for the next hourly to form, maybe take out some sort of swing high, even a tiny swing high, maybe some sort of divergence, then maybe I'd go for previous day low. I need to just wait and see. Chat did, even though after that huge push down at the open, chat was 66% bullish, 23% bearish. Yeah, the sell side on ES is also 4-hour fair value gap. I can see NASDAQ get down to previous day low. I have two lows stacked there, actually. On the 4-hour, we have this previous day low, and we also have this previous day low. Or like, that was like another sell side there, yeah. This has a 1-tick low and open. Low, open. Low is 47, and the open is 69.50. 57. Wait, what? This one. The open is 31.75. The low is 31.25. Yeah, I went 2 ticks below that. Okay. I was just looking at the 4-hour to see if that was a had no wick, but it does have a tiny wick there, so it's not like I'd be super ambitious and go for that. Okay. All the way down there. So let's see, people. What do you guys think's gonna happen? Do you think that this FEG is gonna hold? I mean, from the looks of it, maybe it will, because we just freaking dropped so crazy at the open. Let's see, Google's at previous day low. Could go lower a little bit. Let's see. Apple's near some sell side. I like to kind of look at the major stocks too, to see if they have more targets to go. Then it kind of gives me a little bit more confidence that they didn't take their liquidity yet, if they're the major components of the NASDAQ. Microsoft doesn't look too good on the weekly and the daily. Okay. Yeah, so very interesting right now. We've came back into here. We haven't inverted it or anything of the like, but I'm gonna be watching maybe some divergence, some lower time frame trade, maybe. I'm not going for longs as of now. We have sell side below. We have plenty of sell side below, in my humble opinion. Nasdaq is weaker, so then I'm just talking out loud. Like, I would want to trade ES then. I mean, trade Nasdaq, short Nasdaq. I don't know where the SMT would happen. All the way up here, wouldn't that be crazy? But hey, that's the kind of market we're in. So when you like doubt something's gonna happen, that's literally the thing that's gonna happen. All right. Our next Fed speaker, did he say anything interesting? Someone said reverse long all day. I just can't get myself long right now because we hit my target of Thursday high. So I think it's a healthy pullback to be pulling back a bit here today so far. Okay, the 10 a.m. did open, right? We have the 10 a.m. candle now. Just so I can visualize the hourly, how it's forming so far. So this hourly is kind of green right now, slightly. We have a massive, massive 15-minute fair value gap up here. Starting here. Yes, it's here. It's massive. On the Nasdaq, it's 116 point. Isn't that crazy? No point in me marking that out. Just see it. Yeah, it's a 15-minute. Okay, we're just kind of dawdling here right now, consolidating. We haven't broken a swing low with another displacement. Nasdaq just, literally bounced at the 10 a.m. open, essentially, around this OB and this bullish fair value gap. So we're just consolidating. I'm interested to see like what this ends up happening here. If we're going to invert this, if it does, it could come back and reach cap higher. Maybe they will have some sort of upside, but I'm focusing on just sells today. Yeah. I'm just kind of looking at, let's see. NVIDIA seems like it could go for yesterday's low. And it's retracing now into a 15-minute. Apple hit some sell side on a 15-minute low to yesterday, and Apple is the strongest one in the market. Google did hit previous day low. Let's see what ends up happening right now. It's either, what do you guys think? Is this the reversal? We'll see. Is this the reversal for the day? It would be kind of epic if it were. Or, it's going to fake out people that are just, stop out people that are trailing their stops too tightly. Certainly not really an impressive reversal to the upside yet. It's not really, how would you say? Fast and Furious. How many Fast and Furious movies are there, by the way? I feel like there's a ton. Okay, I gotta pay attention right now. This could be some sort of SMT right now. At the moment. If ES takes us out, no longer there. But if it doesn't, and we end up taking out this low, then I try a short, Gotta just pay attention to see when the markets might lend its hand or so. Also, to make sure that I have everything ready for when I want to long or short. Okay. Thoughts? Analysis? Themes? What do you guys think? I think market's still kind of heavy. Have alerts if ES hits that low, right? Kind of interesting. Nasdaq's now getting a little stronger. When it would start off as the weaker one. This is a 15-minute fair value gap for NASDAQ. Yes, if you look at the 5, it's remained inside it. Remained inside it. This could be the start of something new. Ooh la la. Could be the start of something new. Hitting this low before NASDAQ is. See if this ends up being a fair value gap. Hopefully it does. It's already reaching up. Let's see though. Both of them. Dropping. Right, the inversion's not holding up, which is good. It's breaking this low now, right? So it's looking good for me at the moment. Don't want to chase. That's what I'm telling myself right now. Don't want to chase. Putting my limit fill up there. See which one will hit it first. I honestly do think I'd rather short NQ. Right? I said I'd rather short NQ than ES. La la la. I mean, this is now breaker. It could retrace into here, but if it does, I mean, it's just too far wide of a stop for me. I don't know about putting my stop up. Right, like this candle could. That's a sharp drop-off candle. Like, I doubt that it would go all the way up to there without it being invalidated, right? It's 3 PD rays, 1, 2, 3. Could put it right above this candle or this FEG. But it's too much of 50-point stop is too crazy. So I'd rather just continue this and see this. Like I said, I want it higher. I don't know if I'll get it. Kind of sad if I don't, but I think I could because it feels, oh shoot, you guys hit new low day. Makes me slightly worried. We had an SMT here. I think that's the one I gotta follow. Anyway, like I said, let's see the 2-minute. I just gotta put my fill in at like 50%. I'll be happy. See how this goes, people. I'm just putting 50% because of the fact that, like, on the 2-minute, this is a FEG, right? Might not reach all the way up to this one. This is also a 2-minute breaker. And 50% is actually right around 50% of this 2-minute. Just gotta think that. Just wait for the fill, essentially. And let me just kind of think about this again. 1, 2, 1. Where 3 PDUs failed, be 1, 2, 3, and then this FEG. I don't need to have it up. I can have my stop there. The 2R just to this minor sell side. Will I get filled is the question. And that's not up to me. It's just up to being patient there and just waiting. I certainly don't want to be chasing when we're already near the lows. That's why I put my full there at 50%. You know, there is a, yes, did hit new low. Maybe it does come back up again. Dilly-dally here. Maybe the people think that this is some support, right? Support, fake support, but maybe that's where some orders will come in and I'll get filled. Maybe it runs without me. It's not my problem. If it does, I just can't be chasing and after this like kind of drop. See, there's a 3-minute fair value gap there. Moment of truth. Am I gonna get filled? Or is this gonna run away? It's gonna bounce here, come back up. I think it could. We're like around 10 a.m. We hit some sell side there. I just can't chase. I'll have to figure out a new plan if it does end up taking that sell side. Yeah. There's still previous day low as well. Chat, what do you think? Let me know. Or do you think that this is the SMT for longs? I mean, I feel like longs already tried here and they got cooked. So I'm not, and there's an SMT here. I think there's more sell side to be had, which is why I'm like, and I think that this move down has been very low resistance. Like this is just a 5-minute on ES. And NASDAQ came back into a 15-minute. So it's been very much like a low resistance move lower. So I guess we'll find out if I get filled and how much drawdown I endure for how long. It'd be helpful to know. Oh yeah, I gotta redraw this. 50% is now this 1750. This is still basically a 2R if I do that. Oh well. Dude. It tapped my fill right exactly there. Oh my god, I have to get in that. Oh my gosh, did you guys see that? Is that just like a scary candle? Well, I have to. I got a shitty fill there, but I wanted to move my fill down lower to 17. And it was too late. I didn't focus enough. But anyway. Yeah. My gosh. So I got a worse fill, but hey, I honestly, that kind of wick really made me think. Probably that's probably it. It's wicked right at my limit. So I just gotta see this through now. Not really my ideal type of fill, but oh well. Where's previous day low? 78, 478. Or 78.50. So that would be around a 3R, and this would be 1.4-ish. Okay. All right, just gotta stick it through. ES is also really, really weak, right? So unless we change all of a sudden, yeah, I'm just gonna stay with the shorts. 78.50. Or, you know, I have my PT here, but this is respectable. I just want to see how we react to this minor sell side. After that, that's definitely a break-even trade. ES dropping more. This is a good look right now. Wish I had a slightly better fill, but I still got it filled at like a wick. And look at even just on this lower fair value gap, we're just rejecting and wicking. It just looks super weak. Looks good. ES hit that sell side. It's a 4-hour sell side. And again, like a lot of my narratives come from we hit my Thursday buy side liquidity. So, and also we're only down like 200 something points on the daily. So we can go more, you know? There's more room for downside. And I'm looking at all these like major stocks in the NASDAQ, and they certainly have room to the downside. They have levels they haven't hit yet for my sell side targets. So we'll see. I do like this SMT. Feels like might be a bunch of people giving up on this being potential support. There's people probably going in thinking like this is a bear flag, like there's bear flag traders trading this short as well. I'm just thinking about all the people that are likely hopping into the same trade as me. It's just a good thing. You don't want to be trading like something that you have the only idea for, kind of. Like I don't really like to be the first one in the trade. I mean, in the short. So this is like a drop. I was not in the short at all yet. This is my first trade of the day. So far, it's good. Like I'm actually pretty happy. Like I said, we'll see whether it's a good idea based on whether it's like a wick here and I'm in profit right away, or if I'm in drawdown right away. Because as you guys know, sometimes it just goes like back up. So far, it's looking good. So I'm just gonna hold. Nothing else for me to do right now. I don't understand. No, I'm still in this trade. Back to break even. It's just digging up again. That's fine by me. If it digs up again in here, that's fine also. Be ideal if it wicks it. But right now, even so, this bearish breaker is holding price lower. Ideally, it does, right? Just the bodies. I like the bodies of the candles more than the wicks. I don't need to have that on my chart, but just like pointing out what I see without needing to mark it up. So that's how I kind of stay chill as it retraces. Have I noticed that ES took lows? Yes, but it can just retrace it to here again. All right, let's see if it wicks this area. Ideally, it wicks this. What is this? The 2 minute? Okay, I wicked it. That's a good good sign. Hopefully it doesn't come back into this. We break again and close above, and it's like, ugh. Ideally that's the extent of it, and we move lower now. So now let's see an inversion here or something. This tiny little fair value gap here, right? Ideally we invert this now. See this invert. Be lovely. Yes, retraced into 50% just now and wicked that as well. It'd be great to invert this on NASDAQ. Almost want to add to my short. We didn't invert this yet. No inversion yet, so it's going to be a shitty if this comes back up here and like closes above this. Then I might be in trouble. Been holding this trade for a while. Yes, failing, so it looks good. Nice. Now we should dump. Now we should really dump on the NASDAQ. If we just consolidate, I'll be like, blech. Come on, ES at new low day, now you should. I'm gonna add one position. And I'll put the stop at, it's just like a scalp within a trade. Let's drop. Come on, NASDAQ, drop. $48.75. Oh my gosh, can we drop already? It's the beginning of this 15-minute candle. Ooh, it's finally dropping. That where I added to the position is now going to be stopped at break even. Because we just broke this low, we should just continue following through. I like this. I really do like this candle right now. We should just drop like a freaking rock now. Rock, drop, drop, a drop, a drop. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Yes, really close to that sell side. I think that should continue afterwards, but yeah, I have to be very careful here. Refocus, Tanya. Okay, yes, hitting that sell side. We have to make sure when watching NASDAQ here, it's hitting new low of day. New low of day on the NASDAQ. Good, 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 good. Come on. Fill it, fill it, fill it. Yes, filled. Target smashed there. W's in the chat. Mega win, mega win. Okay, let's continue paying attention here. Stops definitely break even on the rest there. Have a huge runner going on. Okay, deep breath. I don't know about previous day low. Yes, where's the midpoint of that 4 hour? much am I up right now? Really good adding, pyramiding in my position right now. I did really well. I'm happy. I'm up 3.2K. I'm closing the rest, I think. Let me see. Let me see, because I'm looking at this. We hit that sell side. Who's to say that this is going to get to here? Oh, actually, we have been. I'm not closing it yet. No. Just continue trailing. Continue the trail. I locked in 2.4K, so. Follow the plan. Right, 15-minute. Yeah, I think that my stop is pretty much where the 10 a.m. open is actually. So the question is this going to be a down close candle? I think so. I don't think that will come back. And if it's like a low resistance run lower, which it has been, it shouldn't come back up to the open of this candle again before hitting this low. So I'm actually pretty comfortable still holding this. Yeah. Sounds good. Nothing to lose. Hit the like button if you enjoyed that. Killer. I think we have the money gun should come out today. W. Hell yeah. Chat. Yeah, there's nothing for me to do right now there. I'm glad where I took that profit off the table. Very volatile. It could literally come back into here. That would be mad annoying. I could get stopped out break even, but hey. Man, isn't that crazy how my fill was literally like it literally was 21 and it came exactly at 21. Ugh, didn't fill me on this one, or else I would have gotten much better fill. But all good. I'm glad that I just joined in there, and I'm glad. Like I hope that I helped people out when it did retrace to here. I said it's okay to go into here as long as it wicks. It had a beautiful wick. I added there, and then beautiful drop is. And okay, stopped at the rest. So locked in at $2,400 per account today. Yay. Okay. Now what? Kind of funny. Nvidia still is not at previous day low. Apple is mooning. Amazon is dying. So I gotta be nimble in the market, yeah. I had this as my OG TP, and I'm glad I did. Take a lot off the table there. Yeah. So now, honestly, I could reject from here. Like I was talking about, it could end up. Let's see what this is. Let's see. What's this high? Oh my gosh. I actually took this high by a tick. Oh, my money gun should come out, right? Oh. I had to stretch. My freaking personal trainer killed me. Personal trainer killed me. Not even yesterday, it was 2 days ago. I did heavy lifting. I actually got a new money gun too. When there's a real banger, we'll do two at the same time. What do you think? Not today. This one will just be the OG today. Let's try to open. There we go. I like to make money. I like to make the money. Let's go. I hope my tape reading helps people out. Pretty much read that perfectly. I'm very happy with my performance and my execution. Who's ready? Woo! Woo! Gotta get some sound effects on this stream too. How fun is that? Worst part is having to clean up the mess afterwards. And I kind of feel awkward asking my personal assistant, hey, can you pick up all these like dollar bills off the floor? They're fake. But, I mean, she knows what I do. She sees the reels. And also, these are fake dollar bills. It would be stupid to be using real ones, okay? So I don't trigger anybody. Also, it would just jam up the gun because you need to be really straight. Okay, so let me see you in the chat if you got. Is it legal to have fake dollars? Obviously. How do you think like the movies do it? It's illegal to try to use it as money. Okay, who got shorts? Who got shorts? Yeah, Castillo's right. He said just Google it. Sometimes you guys ask ridiculous questions. You can just Google it. Hell yeah. Hells yeah. Money. We like the money. Okay, so, you know, ES tapped into this 4 hour. Do I think that's the end of it? Not really. I could go deeper into this. That's why I was like starting to mark it out when I hit TP on the other one. So we can see. This was the TP. This is the easiest TP, sell side, 4 hours. Let's see all these equal lows from the afternoon yesterday. 4 hour, like unmitigated FEG. For NASDAQ, it was on the 15. I said we never got to here. So I hope we like helped with my analysis, people. Got out quite nicely there. Woo! And I added. I said I really want to add, and I waited for that inversion, then I added. Woo! How nice. Hell, just in case I wanted to really die, didn't. So WWW, let's see, it's 10:45. Do you know where your children are? My mom would watch the news at night. She would watch 10 p.m. Fox 5 News and then 11 p.m. Eyewitness News. When I was a kid, I'd be like, Mom, like what news happened in the hour since, or like the 10 minutes since you finished watching the 10 p.m. news? But I think Eyewitness News would be like, it's 11 p.m. Do you know where your children are? And my mom would always be like, yes, right here. Good luck, Tanya. Good luck for what? Appreciate any well wishes. Hi, thank you for the lovely bouquet. Sweeter than a peach, but you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. And you're never gonna wanna. All right. So we tapped the 4 hour. I still think we could get to previous day low. What does chat think? Well, I'm very happy that I didn't chase price either. Like, otherwise I would have been stuck in consolidation much longer. And I was very chill. I hope that helped, my calmness helped others as well if they were holding shorts. Okay, answer the poll. Do you think that NASDAQ will go to previous day low, which is here, 478.50. That's a daily fair value gap, you know? That's why I see it as potential. Previous day low. And we also have 4-hour stacked low, like kind of that way. If this is actually breaking something, should go for that. It would be so annoying. I mean, that's why the first partial was here, right? If this just stacks another higher low here within this wick, like it did within this wick, that's possible. It's not my job to figure that out. It's my job just to analyze and take the trades I see. So anyway, 10 p.m. we came back to the 10 a.m. open so far. Not for ES, I don't think, right? It's a 10 a.m. open for ES, actually. ES wicked perfectly at the 50%. So if someone was also doing that measurement and waited for ES, they would have gone exactly there. What was I just trying to say? Where's the 10 a.m. open? It's here for ES. If I were to go for another short, I would definitely look for another SMT at a high like there was here. Very happy with myself refocusing at the right times. Okay. Why your glass is orange? Blocks blue light. Why is it Castillo? This is such a good answer to that person. I was holding the short position for a while. Let's see, how many minutes was that going on? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11 minutes in consolidation, then a 3-minute drop. That's why you always gotta pay attention especially if you're entering on the 1 minute or 2 minute like me. So 14 minutes or so. This is actually not too long. Just feels like a long time when you're in the trade. That is funny. No Ricky asked, why is it Tanya with a J, not Tanya with a Y? And then Castillo already answered him. Good job, Castillo. Why is it lasagna with G-N and not lasagna with a Y? I love lasagna. Okay, so let's mark out where there could be a potential SMT. This high and this high, I would say. Or this is an intermediate term high that's being formed right now. But I would say this high or that high. They're both highs with a lot of imbalances there above it. It's true. Let's see. Let's continue watching this. The day's not over. We're having a fast and furious day. We could continue to drop. Take this. Actually, that's fine. Sometimes I don't, I won't have the text and markers on my chart because it gets in the way of when I'm actually trading it, right? That's why I put it on at the end. But you can see, I didn't take any other position today. Nothing. I literally showed my freaking limit fill and I was like, are we going to get filled? And I'm sure while that was happening, people were like, it's going to drop without you. And then while it was consolidating, people were probably saying it's going to stop you out. I don't know. It's just how it goes here in the YouTube chat world. Okay, what are the next Fed speakers? Ooh. Oh my gosh, they're all day. Bostic at 12:15. Miron at 12:30. Could be evolved, like just, I don't know. They could say anything, you guys, and the market can just go blip. It can literally be like, I'm concerned about the job market. And then flooped, we drop. What happened the other day? Like a really big fund like sold 5 billion of their Nvidia stock, and then they said that they're using it to invest in OpenAI. That was like the news yesterday why Nvidia was down a bit. Which one was it? Chat, who knows? Sam says, Tanya, get outside and touch some grass. Oh, there's no grass. I'm in New York City right now. What grass? It's 44 degrees outside and windy. Wind gusts up to 26 miles per hour, making the temperature feel like 33. No, thank you, bro. Stay inside. After this, I go lay down on my bed and close my eyes for 10 minutes. In a dark room, less stimulation. And then I could get about, you know, I need to release new content. I went to the New York Stock Exchange. We'll be releasing that vlog. Take a tour with me of the New York Stock Exchange, and also my interview with Einstein, Peter Tuchman. Those are both in the queue. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. You'll get notified. And also have YouTube notifications on. That's the only way it'll work. Yeah, Jack Chen said this 2-minute FEG could have given us a short, but no SMT, no entry. I agree. I mean, I was trailing my stop. I'm glad I didn't give it room to like this high or anything. I just put it at break even because look, it literally did take out this little 1-minute high. I remember watching, I forgot which, I tweeted about it. I like the ICT, I think August 29th lecture when he talks about if you're trailing, you just go to, you know, if you think that the market might drop more and you're just trailing, if you don't trail aggressively, you just gotta bring it to the high of the fair value gap that made the new FEG, broke the low, made an FEG. And look, it did come back up and just wick that out for me here. Kind of just consolidating, which makes sense. Kind of consolidating, kind of just dropping lower, you know, still held this high. No SMT, no entry, I agree. That's why I'm still holding out for these highs, maybe. Yeah, maybe during lunchtime or while one of these guys are speaking, it'll happen, and then we drop to previous day low. Or, you know, the bond market. 1 p.m. No, RR80, it's the same one. I'm going to release the video, though. Someone says it looks really bearish to you. Really? This looks really bearish to you? Good observation. Hi, Anita. You're new here? Welcome. How long I've been trading? 5 years. Guys, I need to get my nails done. I wanted to go get them done yesterday. Need to be done again. Haven't gotten them done in a while. I want to get like a Bordeaux color. But it was just too damn cold to go outside yesterday. And walk 3 or 4 blocks. 3 blocks, I don't know. It's too cold. I make cookies instead. Try orange? Nah. Tanya, hey, Goober Singh asks, hey Tanya, how do you decide to take a breaker or order block with wicks or without wicks? Thanks. I would just do the bodies. If they're big, if they're large, there's this pretty large, right? How large is this? 20 points on the NASDAQ for this breaker, 42 for the entire one. The most sensitive part's just going to be the body, the midpoint of it. You could see we actually never, this is a bearish breaker, never closed above that. And I said we're just digging into it. It would be great if we reject. And yeah. And then I like to also see where that lines up with the fib. 50% of the leg down lower was pretty much around 50% of this bearish breaker. Same thing with order blocks. And also if they're small order blocks, apparently the most sensitive part is the wick to the open. If they're large ones, just it's a first half of it. It's the body, the midpoint of the body that's the most sensitive. That's why if it's a tiny OB, I'll just literally just mark out the opening price. Let's say if I were bullish, I wasn't bullish today, but if I were, then I'd be like, oh, here, just marking out this open, right? Or this is a large one after this, push up closed above here. Then I'd be marking out the midpoint of it. And that's how I do it. But again, I wasn't bullish. I was bearish. Going up into here, I said, this is good. This is fine. Came into a 15-minute fair value gap and SMT there. It was a good drop from there. Here, we're just still consolidating. I've been like kind of looking for some kind of SMT. Hasn't happened yet. So probably, like, what did you guys vote? 73% for, you guys think it'll go to previous day low? Not a bad idea. You know, that's where I was holding out, and I put my stop here, got stopped at break even for my runner. And I'm looking for potential re-entry. And then I would just protect profits that I made, and I would take smaller sizing. But I'm still looking for it. Yeah, I think that to be active, especially on the days that you think are good action, take advantage of those days and like sit still on the days that aren't. So like yesterday I lost $750 and I really was like, whatever. It took half usual sizing because it was a bank holiday. Still tried my setup. I wanted longs. It just didn't work out in the morning for longs. And that's it. I just sat out. That's fine. Then today is a different setup and I made 2,400, you know? Just got to make your wins a lot bigger and your losses. Or not a lot bigger, but bigger. That helps a lot. At least, listen, if it's not 1-to-1, I'm not taking the trade. If it's even like 1-to, yeah, I need at least like a 1.3, 1.5 or R to even take the trade. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. You're risking more. All right, let's see. Never try and change your trading style if what you're doing is working. I agree. Almost TP says, even though I backtest a lot, I am not gaining confidence while trading live. Well, that's because backtesting is not the same as trading live. You need to gain confidence by trading live. And by doing that, how to start doing that, you need to take smaller position sizing. Okay, you need to risk the smallest amount that you're comfortable with. That literally when you lose a trade, you're just like, oh, whatever. Okay? It's still way different than backtesting and having zero money on the line and zero risk on the line. You gain confidence by just taking the trades. You have to press the button. You have underconfidence right now, which means you have to literally write out reminders on your desk. I need to take the trade to see out the probabilities. It's a business expense. I need to follow my trade management process, even if I feel uneasy. Okay? Right here, I was holding in consolidation for like 9 minutes. Was that easy? No. But I knew that I had to hold it. Didn't validate my stop loss. I entered the trade for a reason. I have to let it play out. And it's just practice. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes permanent. I like that one better. What you practice is how you're gonna do. You make bad habits now, it's a slippery slope. It's very, very hard to get rid of bad habits. Have I ever traded overflow tools such as Delta? I use like cumulative Delta for like a day or two, and I also tried like Bookmap, and it was giving me more confusion, you know. So I think I don't need those indicators. If you're using an indicator and it helps provide you with clarity with your process, then by all means use it. But if it's creating more confusion or makes you hesitate on your setup or second guess your setup, then that's not helpful, right? If you have too many variables in your trading process, then it just invites more confusion. Possibilities, yeah. So I just like look at this, and that's it. Price action. I don't use any really fancy indicators. Yeah, BB Rich agrees. You try to use Bookmap, it confused you. Yeah, if you're looking at too many things. Some people don't even look at the charts. They literally just look at the DOM and they trade. That's great, you know. Go for that, you know. It's not for me, but a lot of old school people do that. They just trade the DOM or the tape, and they don't even look at charts. I think the simpler the better. I just basically just look at price action, and I don't use any VWAP or EMAs or anything. Hey, look at this. We've just really funny here. We just really haven't done much. We haven't broken a major swing high at all. No S&Ts. Let's see. It's 11:04. Not interested to see what ends up happening here. This is midpoint of the 4-hour for ES. I'm really happy with this exit here. Literally 3 point. Like, I knew while this candle was happening that I needed to take those partials, and I'm happy I did. Okay. Let's see. Not really doing a whole lot. I don't see any re-entry for me yet. The thing is, if I re-enter, it's gonna be, where's my stop, you know? I can make an SMT here, here, here. I would need to enter after a SMT at a high divergence. Like, there's a reason why I put my stop break even in the first place. Pew, pew, pew. Don't go chasing waterfalls, da 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 da, as they say. It would be lovely if it just kind of holds here and then has an SMT up here during lunch or Fed speakers. Let's like create more fake support, right? I was saying this is good if it does consolidate here. And that's why it helped me stay patient in getting a fill. I felt like it could be making fake support, generating fake support. It's like enticing some more longs maybe, or you know, some people that were long this were definitely putting a stop here and they were still in those. So I didn't feel like I was entering too late. Yeah, ES had already hit this low. There was an SMT, but I decided to try that trade anyway, right? Because there was an SMT at this high and I was overall bearish. So, you know, that's a spot where some people, if I was in neutral in the day, I would probably cancel this. This is kind of important. Hope that people are listening here. If I were like neutral in the day, you know, at this point, NASDAQ did make a new low. Yes, did. Then if I was neutral, then I would cancel my order for the short, but I wasn't. I was quite bearish. There were just a lot of sell side below for a lot of reasons. So, yeah. Just gotta accept the risk. Let's see what else is going on here. Pretty good, like 60-point short there. That was nice. Oh my god, it's like really, it makes, I don't know. It's 10:30. Let this hit this, 10:36. Now, since 10:50, we've not really done much. It's the end of this hourly candle now doing. Yeah, inverted this way back down to here now. I just don't, I can see us dropping to here and here. I'm still bearish for the rest of the day. And also on the daily, what do we have? ATR 443. And we had moved only 289 points. That's why I was also holding my partial. And that's why I was not afraid to short here. Just knowing how the daily candle didn't move much yet. All right, let me see. Any other good questions, Castillo? Text me. And explain my bearish bias today. We hit my bullish target. This buy side, this 4-hour buy side. Then we had a huge drop at the open. And I looked at a lot of tech stocks, the major 6-7 stocks in NASDAQ, and I saw that they had plenty of liquidity below, as well as NASDAQ having 15-minute unmitigated here, and ES was stronger at first, but it had this 4-hour unmitigated or 4-hour fair value gap. So I wanted to short before we hit that. That was good. I've just been, kind of a big bounce there, kind of just slightly unlucky that I got stopped out break even there. 94.50, but it's just very volatile. We've just been dropping lower ever since. Well, just slightly consolidating, just ever slightly dropping lower. And I wanted to re-enter, but there was no entry for me. I said I would re-enter if there's an SMT at a high. There was not. Oof, another break of new low day here. See, chat, we're gonna get to previous day low soon. Don't go chasing waterfalls. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. It's by TLC. Please stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to. Gonna have it your way or nothing at all. Think you're moving too fast. Oh, it's breaking the locust. Oh, fun. Little karaoke. Copyright strike, yeah. I don't care if they demonetize this stream. Like, you made enough money today. I don't even care if they'll demonetize the stream if I curse. I don't care. Tanya, please upload a daily bias video or suggest me a good one. All right, I'll write that in my notes. I really need to get into more, like... You know what? Today I have a free schedule. I'll make a video. And Castillo, I'll be, Castillo's great. Great at his job. He does moderating, and he also does video editing. So, like, those shorts and reels you see, he does that. And anyway, Castillo, I'll have my revisions for you by tonight. Damn, Google really did die, like blah. Minus 2.3%. Google plans to invest $6.4 billion in expanding its cloud and data centers in Germany, creating 100 direct jobs and up to 9,000 indirect jobs by 2029. What does that even mean? Direct and indirect jobs. Weird. And boo, it's like in Germany, invest in the US, Google. Tesla dying. Oh, Tesla would be healthy for a pullback. It's just been consolidating for weeks here. Oh, chat, it dropped. It's how rude of it is it for NASDAQ to stop me out of my runner. Also, my runner was where I added, so if I left it, let's see, no, I would have still gotten stopped out. If I got the best fill ever and just didn't, if I did this, that, and whatever, makes sense. Like, that's just hindsight. But, dude, it's just unlucky I didn't get filled on this wick. My limit fill was 21. Ugh. And at that moment, I was literally about to change it to 17. But that's just tiny little things here and there. I'm very particular. I'm like a perfectionist. Can we get an SMT or not? You know, it probably happened during lunchtime, right? And also, we had a banger trade, so I'm not really rushing into another one here. It's 11:15 now. All right, make sure you hit the like button and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I go live and have YouTube notifications on. That's how you could always get notified and never miss a stream. But basically, I'll be back here tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. So, bye, besties, and welcome to the channel if you're new. And, you know, if you've been a regular forever, I probably recognize your name as well. So, shout out to the homies there. See you tomorrow.